Our second exercise, exercise A02, is going to lead us to modify the previous code. So let's have a look at what is requested from us. Modify the previous code so that the value of the variable counter is displayed at each iteration, along with the message itself, the message being hello world. Modify again your code so that the counter is incremented by 2 instead of 1 at each iteration. Not a very useful program. However, it's just a way for me to make sure that you understand everything that is going on with the program you develop for exercise A01. So the modifications are going to be extremely simple. Let me edit this message here, double click on the output box. Instead of just displaying text, I'm going to display an expression. The expression will be the string hello world, which I'm going to follow by the string a equal and followed by the value of counter. And I don't know why I used a as a variable name. It's counter. So I'm trying to make a string that is going to also inform me at each iteration of the value of counter. Click on done. Okay, I'm going to reduce a little the speed and execute this program. There we go, it's displaying every time hello world and some information about the counter. Let me speed things up. This is the end result. Counter equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have 9 iterations. Let me clear the console. Now the second part of my exercise was to not only display this, but modify also the way the counter is incremented. And I'm going to say that from now on, counter is incremented by increments of 2. I execute again my program at full speed. Counter is 1 before to start the loop. At first iteration I display its value, it's 1. Then, and I'm going to try to put on the same screen buff. This doesn't want to get smaller, so let me move it here. Above the flowchart and the end result, the counter is equal to 1 when I start my loop. Increment, test, display again. 3, 5, 7, 9. Everything is working. When I finish my program, you will notice that I exit the loop with counter being equal to 11. Okay, the condition being counter being strictly greater than 9, the condition was respected. And pretty much this is my program. Now what I want you to do is, now that you have been adding to your program this capability to display the value of counter at each iteration, try to play with this increment here. Instead of incrementing counter by 1, by 2, try different value, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 even, and observe how your program is behaving pretty much. So these tests are going to be very easy and fast to do for you, and they're going to help you get a good feeling about what is happening. Further to that, I would recommend that you take this statement here, the incrementation step, and you move it back under the conditional test. Okay, just to play around with the code and understand how does modification affect actually the behavior of the code, the outcome in terms of how many iterations you have and what is displayed exactly on the screen.